All right, I don't know the time, dude, okay? Sorry, folks, didn't look before I filmed, okay? The heinous fucking construction, we're just gonna plug an ear and keep going. I can't really talk about everything that's going on here, hell no. But I can do this, and I wanna say in the intro that filming this right now is a mucho big deal. All right, there's a domestic terrorist digging around in the garbage right after I left the alley. Take note. I think I saw one, but the heroes have this shit on lock here, so I don't really got to do that. Okay, so the fact that I can film this was really, really spotty. The fact that I'm talking about the Hispanic, they seem to have Spanish dialect, but I couldn't make them out. But this is special forces. I don't need to. Okay, and the female that drove down the alley looked like she could have been their sister. Okay, so they're totally the same ethnicity. And that's this stuff like here, like I just said, is common. It's all the time. So they're still at it. They're not going to stop no matter fucking what. They're going to do all the same things, like I always said, okay? So what I need to say is the fact I'm talking about this female was real hot tamales, like don't talk about her. And then I'm like, no, it's a question of when, because the bitch tried to run me down in the alley. Okay? So there's the garbage, the Basara, okay, where I take my garbage out. It's right there in front of this garage, okay? I'm standing right there. There's massively painful construction noise. I'm going to plug one ear and do all I can to ignore it. No, it's impossible. Okay, so let's just close the window. I'm standing right in front of my garage within the property line. The man who is Hispanic, he looks Filipino, whatever he is, he's about 6'3", he's rather tall, he's about 150 pounds, he's wearing all black, black scully, black work coat, black pants, black shoes, okay, he's all black. When I was there, he kept coming out tiptoes, like I said, tiptoes, from the driveway of the house right here. I'll show you that one. Okay. See the house with the lumber on the roof? That house. So here's that house. Here's this house. Okay? It's actually, I'm incorrect. See the house with the orange roof, wooden lumber roof. You see the house next to it. Okay, now you can see that driveway space. His white truck is there now. That's where he came out of, okay? He was tiptoeing, hiding, coming very slowly, tiptoes, I'm done describing it, out to the corner to keep watching me here, okay? You got the layout? There? There. Okay. He did that one time. I saw him. He's a fucking idiot. It doesn't matter if I see him. The stupidity of these fucking terrorists. He could have been Iraqi. That's what I mean. I don't care. The good guys don't need me to tell them who the fuck he is and who this bitch was. But she could have been his sister. So they're the same ethnicity, okay? So I go out right when I go out, okay? Which was green light. Get dressed, no matter how tired you are from being fucking lethally poisoned. I want you to go take your garbage out pronto. And pronto means pronto with Archangel St. Michael. So I had to. By the time I got my shoes on and my pants on, I prayed for protection, okay? And I went and took all the garbage out. The crate I used was filled with garbage and recycling. It was a full load. Okay. I'm standing there. When I'm there, the man comes tipping-toeing out from the driveway, okay? I proceed to pretend like I don't see him. I proceed to start filling the trash bins up with the garbage and the recycling. Okay, he comes tiptoeing out within 90 seconds again, tiptoeing out from the driveway, looking right at me, and then tiptoeing back. But the second time he did it, I played games. I acted like I saw him. I saw him the first time. I don't even need to see anyone around here. No matter what kind of a military force they know is present, the good guys, they still do this. So take note of this shit. It's jaw-dropping how fucking stupid they are. But they're clearly protected. Yeah, so it doesn't really matter how stupid they are, okay? We know that. That's the math we're working with. That's the formula. All right, you're like dealing with a negative number. You know it's a negative digit, so you're going to do the math. Anyways, good. We understand that. Okay, so by the time he came out the second time from that driveway with his car, all right? No, his car in the driveway. His car was parked in the driveway. He kept sneaking out watching me, only me. All right. By the second time, a white vehicle came right in front of me, right in front of my garbage and my blue wheelie that I haul it out with. The woman could have been his sister. I stood there and watched her. My green light was stall her. Watch her. She stopped. I looked at her. I checked out her driver's license. I don't got to do any of that. She's driving down an alley. She stopped right here. Okay, right there. So you see this? Here, it's hard with the iPhone. All right. Right there. This house, okay, that house there. We're looking at this house, the very dark house, empty building there. Right on the corner there, behind this tree, there is another driveway. There's two alleys. There's one that goes this way and one that goes that way. Horizontal and parallel. She was right there at the corner, so she could, so there's my garbage. There's me right in front of the house. She's right there. She saw the fucking alley. She's parked right by either way to go. You can turn if there's, someone taking their garbage out, or you can politely just wait, let them load it in and just drive on. Most people would turn. You see this clear road right there. Let's just go that way. She insisted on staying there and challenging me right in front of my trash. So my green light was let her challenge you. Let her challenge you, really hostile and aggressive in her vehicle. Her white sports car. And she looked like an identical twin to the guy down there. Okay, so while she is standing there, he comes creeping out of that driveway again on his tiptoes and peeks and looks at all of us, me and her. Okay, so I assessed it was her. She was alone in her car. She had her cell phone in her hand and one hand on the wheel, driving down a fucking alley. All right? She wasn't expecting to see me, no. She looked really upset and nearly hysterical. So I would have thought this person's in a mental health crisis. Something's clearly wrong with her. I'm doing nothing. I'm taking my garbage out. I'm on my own property line. You can't see the property line, but there's the city alley and your property line. Okay, so by legal definition, there's too much fucking noise all the time around me. I'm trying to keep track here. Let me just plug my ears. I'm done with this here. Okay, so at that point, she's got her hand with a cell phone and she's driving down the alley like this. And she's right there by the horizontal exit or the parallel exit. And her car's facing 15th. She stops and challenges me and becomes really aggressive. She starts revving her engine. She's not honking. It's going vroom. And then it went vroom. And then it went vroom another time. And then that guy came back out. That guy came back out by the third rev. I'm right there. He could have been a brother. Her sister, they're related by ethnic lines without question. He comes tiptoeing out again, stops, looks, goes running back into his driveway. She's there in front of me with a way to go. She could have gone right that way, revving her engine. This is why I want to report her, but she's with all the fucking law enforcement, so I can't. But I can put this on the internet. But the third rev, she had room to go. Hold on. Stop. She had room to go either way. By the third rev, she fucking literally pressed her gas pedal to the floor of her car. Do you get it? She ripped her engine and rubber burned right in front of my house, right there. And she sped off like she had just robbed a bank to the corner. All right, that White House, everything's really criminal here, we know that. To the corner of that house, and then literally burnt rubber and went one of the two directions. I didn't watch her, okay? I was watching that guy down there. That was my job. I don't gotta do none of this. These people are making fools of themselves like that in front of serious military people, okay? All right, and that's the good guys I'm talking about. So she went to the alley and like she robbed a bank, burning rubber. When she was right there, she nearly hit me and she crashed in by her own choice. Okay, she didn't have to. She could have gone slowly past me, anything else. But once you stick your foot with the gas pedal literally to the floor of your car and your car is going 100 miles because of it down an alley, you might crash into something. You're right, bitch. And she crashed into my garbage wheelie, the cart. And she did considerable damage to the wheel of my cart. So I would tell the good guy she's definitely got some sort of scratch on the right side of her car, probably one of her bumpers or something, because she's crashing into people and shit in the alley. As she's got a way to go right there. You guys saw that. She could have just backed up, given me the finger. I don't know if someone's in a real bad way and they don't want no one in their way when they're driving down an alley. I have perfect right to be standing on my property line putting my garbage away. And you're in the alley. And then another thing is there's all this glass. This alley from that green building all the way down, it's like half the alley, if you're counting my property, is covered in green and white shreds of huge 2 and 1 inch pieces of glass. So that she's storming down, literally her screeching rubber through all this glass, crashes into my blue cart, and she could have just, if she was a psycho with mental issues, just backed up, gave me the finger and stormed down that alley. It would have been better, but I wouldn't storm down any alleys with my foot literally pressed. Like, you take the foot, okay? And you're driving, normally you just kind of keep it like this. When you press it to the floor of your car, you're literally burning rubber, and that's what I witnessed her do, and she almost hit me. She crashed into my blue cart. That guy watched her drive off. He came tiptoeing out. I told her I didn't watch her what way she went. He came tiptoeing out of his driveway again. She sped off. I stood there. At that point, I said, okay, let me get this cart really far out of this way, because these people driving down this alley are fucking aggressive. They'll run you over. That's been proven. They drive about 50 miles an hour with their foot pressed all the way down on their gas pedal where you're touching the floor of the car. You know what I mean. I'm tired of describing this. Screeching, burning rubber, and racing like you robbed a bank down the alley, okay? In a yuppie car, she had a yuppie coat on, a cell phone in her hand, her hair all done like she just done her hair, makeup on. She looked like she could have worked at a bank, not robbed one. Yeah, but she was obviously related to that guy. She looked like his sister. So he comes. The construction never ends, so they think they're gods. I gotta plug my ear. He comes out, and I'm watching him. And he tiptoes back to his car. So then Jesus says, go up there and check him out. After a certain amount of time, it wasn't a long time, I just paused and then I went. And I saw his car. I stood there and he didn't want me to see what was in the back of his truck. God said, when he opens his truck, he's going to stand in this one certain spot. I stood. I did. Then he went to open the back of his truck. Just slightly, like he unlocked it and did a action to open it just a little. That's when God said, move your body and try to see what's in the back of his truck. And I did. And these fucking assholes just leave it closed. The fucking noise is horrendous here. And I did it. When he saw that I could see what was in the back of his truck, he quickly slammed his truck closed. And you can tell I'm Heidi. I'm not trying to rob your construction stuff, dude. This is all criminals here. We know they're terrorists. He's in the driveway of one of these fucking compound houses. I just got poisoned a fucking million times. This bitch just tried to run me over. He's watching her. It was obvious. He looked like he could be related to her. So I'm watching him, and then the same thing happened. He tried to open the passenger side of his really expensive, super nice white construction vehicle. And God said, move a little bit more and act like, move, do stuff to look like you can see in his car. Which I did. I moved a few more paces and just watched him. And he closed his car real fast so I couldn't see what was in there. So the guy's so fucking suspect. He doesn't care. He knows he is. He doesn't believe anyone will cuff him or do anything to him. He's too stupid to do anything else. They do the same thing every day. They're so stupid. They're trying to run me down in the alley and literally doing damage to my property. Yeah, and then going down that way. I mean, you should have just gone this way. If you're doing some shit and you want to get away, that alley there was fucking clear. I would have backed up and gone that way. But it was this rage. It was like an Allah Akbar rage. There we go. So they're going to go on camera. There's more construction. Or it's the fire department. I told you they're always there. So they want to go on camera. Go ahead. Okay? I can't talk about what I witnessed the good military do. I can't talk about what's going on in this house, but you see more white domestic terrorists, and what did I tell you? That house there where they built the fence is the US Fed Pentagon. It's that burgundy car and that house next door. Big time. I can't even hardly talk about them or film them. Okay? So we're back to here. Now all this shit's happening there after that. What I'm telling you now, trying to finish this active live terrorist compound. So I stand there. I'm pretending just to stand there, do what God guides me. Watch this guy, he's so fucking suspect. The other one that looks just like him fucking tried to run me down going 60 miles to the corner of an alley. And he closes his car door so I can't see nothing. And then what he does, he keeps looking at behind me. Like, okay, let's say you just stole food from a store. That's the fire department. Okay, what you just saw was a fireman with a red stuff on him and a blue coat. You saw it, so fucking rewind it on the video. That's the fire department you hear. They're having an incident. There's an incident at the Pentagon/Fed's house after I just witnessed this shit. So let me close the fucking door because they can't seem to shut the brakes off, okay? The brakes, this noise is terrible here. Okay, so if you steal food from a store, you're gonna look behind you. Keep looking behind you to make sure nobody sees you as you make the break out the door with the food in the bag. That's what he did in the driveway after he closed his door so I couldn't see what was in his car. Okay, his passenger side of his big, expensive, white construction truck, brand new, 2024 model. Then once he realized I wasn't leaving, I'm just standing there in the alley observing him after I almost got hit by, it looks like his sister in another white car. And his sister crashed into my property in the alley while I'm on my property line in the alley. He goes into the wooden gate of that property. He's looking behind him and looking behind him like he stole the bag of food, watching me. And then he disappears into the wooden gate of that property. I'm gonna stop now, but now you see on film an incident over there at this Pentagon/Fed house. Is these, okay, you see how it works? That entire white fucking house, okay? I need people to use their eyes and not make me explain everything because they're poisoning people and filling this shit up with corpses. I'm tired of this. That entire white fucking structure, okay? There might be a fence, but it's the same fucking building, okay? That's Fed Pentagon. The fire department just showed up and they're on film again here. When that shit happens, I have to stay out of it. Okay, this is serious military bros that protect me here. It's not a fucking joke. That happened after this. Could probably film them again. They're responding to something at their own terrorist cell. That over there at the Pentagon Fed fucking building happened after that. Okay? Comprende? Adios.